March 7th, 2015, Saturday. We've got Sunday Times with us. Okay, the opening, you got that? Okay, I'm just going to look at this paper, right? But what I'm going to say about this paper and many other papers is that all the papers, every single one of them, are about 20 years out of date when it comes to news now, including the Times, including the Guardian, and even the alternative papers, and including probably Russia fucking Today as well, television. Anyway, swearing is allowed on news here. Anyway, we've got ISIS, butcher, drunk. This is typical, right? So let's do the Times, right? To me, this is just to me, has become nearly the Daily Mail these days, right? And it's kind of, it's almost taking fun of something which is like, what is that title? ISIS butcher. They're using, that's a kind of pure Daily Mail, if not Sun headline, butcher. Drunk and disorderly on KLML jet. Well, you can guarantee what this is set up to do, and that is to set up you with someone to look at that you hate. Right? It's all it's doing. It's looking, and it's got this name ISIS. It's been using the name ISIS for, what, about a year now, maybe? Seriously? It's just this one name about a terrorist group who suddenly appeared down in the Middle East. Well, the first thing you want to know about the Middle East is that when you're kind of chasing Osama bin Laden, what you should connect him with is the CIA 10 years before he became the most claimed after terrorist ever. So don't think you know the story necessarily just because you see a few headlines which claim a bunch of fucking madmen in the Middle East are killing people. They probably are, but who have they been trained by? Right. And I'm gonna. How long do you reckon we should go on for?
As long as you want to talk about.
Okay, for the first one, I can. I'm gonna do a different paper every day.
Every day, yeah.
Every day now.
Okay.
Okay, so what I want, I'm just today, right? This is the first one. I'm not gonna do too much because I'm a bit gonna get used to this kind of place, right? Reading the news, I'm gonna kind of do it in different ways. Or just discuss the news and tell you that this is the news from a different place. Okay, so like, there was an article earlier in this paper about slaves in Britain today, about gang cartels running slaves, was it say cartels running slaves groups in the UK? That's a news story to me, I don't know. Is it, I don't know, is it a news story? I don't know. Anyway, they're using that as a headline in one of their leading articles, they call it. Their leading article, the leader article, slaves in Britain. I'm going to read a paragraph, right, before I probably go apeshit. The dark side of a return to full employment is a surging black market in indentured labour, cruelly exploited by gang masters who openly defy the law. Okay, us and them, the typical us and them situation, right? You kind of people you hate because they're breaking the law. And they're doing things that most people aren't doing because they're not breaking the law. Sleeping in sheds, working for less than £1 a week, it says. I'm shocked already, right? Too scared and indebted to break free, the victims of modern-day slavery are a rebuke to civilization. Their labour funds organised crime and drives down other workers' wages.
Sounds like the government.
Their traffickers should be pursued and prosecuted. Instead, with a few exceptions, they operate with impunity. Okay, kind of, you know, straight away. I don't need to read anymore because I'm bored already. But doesn't it actually just sound, because what they're doing is telling you what they think should happen because of a fucking crime that's being committed, and they're kind of, you know, on a good or bad scale, that's what you do normally. Is you kind of think, I should be thinking this way because these people aren't good. So, but let me just like throw something at you, right? Because this, right, this stuff is not new. Right? This is not new. It's not just happening now. They think, and this is where it's coming in. It's like slaves in Britain today. Yeah, there's a statue outside the Parliament, which was that there was no more slavery. There's a statue to no more slavery since the 17th century. Here we go. It's now slaves officially in this country. What I'm saying is that what all the papers are not doing is is I'm winding the story a bit further and trying to find out where it came from, because these stories have been here for a long time. We've had these things going on for 20, 30 years, maybe much longer. Why they can make a screaming headline out of something like which has been around for a long time, I don't fucking know. How can they all get away with this shit? It's like they've been writing shit for so long. It's time they all gotta wake up.